What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the return of Build a Rig with AMD. Anyway, guys, we have a guest with us. You're probably seeing this individual on screen and being like, who is this person, Roby? What's going on? She is actually pretty cool. So Julianne, why don't you introduce yourself and say what's up?
Yeah, I am an employee of AMD. I actually game on AMD's channel occasionally, along with a lot of my other cohorts, but I am Julianne Parlov. I am a technical marketing engineer at AMD, also known as They Shall Rule. You'll see me in the chat. But I do a lot of little everything. I work with products you don't know about, and products you see, and products you see every day.
So people are like, they've seen you on AMD's channel before, is what people are saying. Where are you at in your PC building? Because from what I understand, you've actually done some live builds as well. Is that true?
Oh yeah. I mean, I've done one live PC build, but I have several systems and rigs around, I would say, my test facility at my house. But if I look next to me over here, I actually have the system that I did, and I've been slowly adding and making it a little more customized. So you got Sting in there from Lord of the Rings.
That's awesome. So essentially what Julianne's gonna do, Julianne is essentially joining us. She is AMD's representative. She's gonna be hanging out with us throughout the stream. We're kicking it off with a budget-ish, right? We like to say budget-ish given the world that we live in right now, but a budget-ish 9600X and a 9060 XT build inside of the new ASUS AP303. This is a micro ATX case that's got some style to it. It's not too terribly large. It's a really fun case. It's got ventilation everywhere. And should have a lot of fun. And so we're gonna ASUS this out a little bit, and then of course we're trying very hard to stay as budget friendly as we possibly can. This one is around $1,800. Let's start with the CPU here. We're doing the Ryzen 5 9600X. Absolutely incredible CPU. We use these a lot. They're also incredibly easy to cool, which is also really, really nice. So the good thing about 9000 series is just you can air cool these things if you wanted to. Well, for our motherboard, we're going a little old school, but I love this board. And you guys know that I love these boards a lot. This is the TUF Gaming B650 Plus Wi-Fi. The reason I love this motherboard so much is that it has all the bells and whistles. It doesn't have a ton of RGB. It's got a good overall aesthetic to it. It's gonna look great inside of the case. You still get Wi-Fi 6E. You still get that. You still get all of the PCI Gen 4 that you need to. So in other words, we got lots of bandwidth, lots of lanes to play with. We're gonna use this NVMe drive right here, which is actually a Viper, but you might be like, Roby, that's not what she's gonna link. That's right, it's not, because we were actually supposed to use this one, which is the one we're recommending, which is the P400 PCI Gen 4 from Patriot. This one right now was on sale for like $139.99. This one we actually had in stock, so we ended up going with this one just to get the build done, but we're recommending, just to save some money, to go with the P400 instead of what we're using in the build today. But this is the one we set up the OS on, so we can actually show you performance and all that sort of stuff. There's just some slight differences in overall performance, but if you want to save a little money, go with this other one instead. Let's throw our RAM in here, the most expensive thing. I know, guys, I know, but just bear with me. So we're gonna use some Kingston Fury. This is a 16 gig kit. We do have some other options that you can definitely choose for less expensive. Kingston is just incredible RAM. The other thing too that I also really would like to say is that a lot of times, just because of what a partner they are from here at RT, a lot of times we'll use their stuff inside of their builds. Cooler, and I know Julianne's probably gonna shake her head, says, Roby, you don't need a 360 millimeter cooler, but this one has a screen, Julianne. This one has a screen on it.
I agree, the screens are cool.
The screens are cool, and you know the funny thing is, Julianne, this doesn't even have a tempered glass side panel, so yeah, I really knocked it out of the park on that one. But you can still see it. You can still see it. You'll see when we get done. You'll still be able to read it. This one is their newest AIO from the folks over at ASUS. We've tested this a couple times. It's actually kind of a beastly AIO, so from a performance standpoint, which is actually really nice. For the GPU, I love these. Okay, so this is the Prime 9060 XT. Again, you're seeing an ASUS theme here. This is the 16 gig version. Again, you can save some money on the 8 gig version. We've seen a pretty nice price difference between the two. 16 gig version, the good thing about this is it great for a 1440p graphics card if you wanted to. You can dabble between the two. You've got a lot of headroom here. FSR 4 has been really, really good. I know people have been impressed. For the power supply, because you don't need a whole lot, but I love the cables on this card. It's the ASUS TUF Gaming 750 watt gold PSU. I will always say this, guys. We will say this. I think Julianne, you would back me up with this, especially as an electrical engineer. Don't cheap out on your PSU, guys. Don't.
It's the real blood.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Please don't. Yeah, the one thing we want to do, getting good PSUs is such a really good idea, especially ones that have nice warranties, and just be nice to your system. You know what I mean? A lot of times you'll see people and be like, look, I got this thing and I found a PSU for 30 bucks, and you're like, well, all those parts are gonna last not very long. So yeah, this is the part, and this is the other component you should absolutely not cheap out on. And we did go ahead and we decided to add some fans, guys. So we're gonna add some intake fans at the bottom. Not that the GPU really needs it, but we are gonna add these MR120s right here. These are brand new fans from the folks over at ASUS, so these are their Prime fans. We're gonna add these at the bottom underneath the GPU just to give the GPU a little bit more airflow. Okay guys, so let's get our CPU and stuff installed now. So Julian Namaste was asking if the case that you were using was the height case.
It is the height, the X50. Have the camera follow me a little bit more. Hello, camera. Here we are, just
bask in it. Pop this in again, guys. Little slot in the PCB, so we're just gonna pop that in here just like this, and then it works like a little diving board. So that's how you know you've got it in correctly. Slide it in, put that in, and then boom, you're essentially good to go.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and put in our AIO, and then we're gonna see what temps are. I'm guessing it's gonna be fine. Honestly, I think Julianne, if you were a betting person, what do you think? 360 AIO, no lower fans. If you're gonna guess temps, what do you think? I know I'm just putting you out on the spot here, but it's okay. There's no wrong answer.
Double check. The only other fan is in the rear fan.
It's the rear fan, yeah, which will probably slow way down. I'm gonna go.
It's not gonna do that.
I'm gonna go 70. I'm gonna say 70 under load.
I was thinking 70 to 65.
Yeah.
70 is probably the.
Okay, here's the. I'm just gonna leave it like this. That'll cool it. That'll cool it just fine. Oh, you know what, Julianne, this comes out. I don't even have to do this. I don't even have to do this the hard way, guys. What am I doing?
Oh my God, that is so nice.
We get to just take this out and then mount it outside.
That's the easy way.
Yes, I like easy way. Easy way is the good way. So we're gonna pop that down just like that. Back is here. You guys made your 9000 series CPUs are really cool. Like cool in both ways. It's like I don't know if that's a double entendre or not. I just feel like that, I want to say that word, but double meaning. Okay, I was right. So double entendre, I was right. So cool and cool, right? Okay, good. I did it, guys. My wife, who's an English teacher, would be quite proud of me, just saying. She's like, good job, honey. You didn't mess up the English language. My 125 gig.
That number.
Just gonna try and make sure our wires look clean. Just like there we go, perfect. It's gonna look nice. I'm liking how this build's turning out. Okay, so there's all those, and I'm gonna take this out and mount this PSU. We're gonna go fan out for sure. I'll look and see if there's two more in the 16 pin, or sorry, our 8 pin, and then for our CPU, an 8 pin for, there we go. So we'll front mount this. Mount the bottom. Perfect. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Okay, so now, all we gotta do, just to make sure this looks good, is just round all the cables through this giant hole down here. Guys, GPU time. Last component to go in today, which is usually it's the second to last, but because we wanted to get the PSU in. This one, actually, the cool thing is, and we'll have Brian show it, the blades are recessed a bit.
Oh,
so the good thing is that it showed we won't have that issue with this particular one. So just things to be aware of. It just depends on the manufacturer. But ASUS has been a pretty safe one. Specifically, I think it's because a lot of they're also a case manufacturer, and so they'll be like, oh, I put in sag brackets, and then they test it with their case and they go, hey, that doesn't work. And they're like, oh, we should fix that. Build came out great, guys. Honestly, not bad. It's also quite aesthetically pleasing as well. Okay, there it is, guys. Build is put together, AP303. Let's get that plugged in. Beautiful. It is a beautiful build, honestly. It's simple, I like it, it's clean. We're just gonna get all the stuff plugged in and ready for it.
I was gonna say this was a great starter DIY system for people too.
Yeah, and as you can see, pretty easy to get built. And it's not gonna take up a lot of room on your desk. Okay, here we go, guys. Turning it on, 3, 2, 1. Dude, this is like, it almost looks like there's nothing back here, even though the mesh, there's just a lot of room mesh. It's such a clean, simple build. That looks great inside this case. This case is fun to build in. I actually really enjoyed building in that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and close it real quick so you guys can see what it looks like with this on, and then but I wanna go ahead and run our fan curve so we can get our full, get all that done. But there, even with that, see, you can still see the screen quite nicely.
Oh, actually, yeah, you can, okay. That's pretty wide mesh though.
Yeah,
so.
It's pulling air. Like, look at that. Like all the way even down here. Like it's pulling air everywhere and straight up. So it's getting lots of air. Okay, let's check our temps here, guys, real quick. Cinebench, popping this open. Oh, 34? Yeah, this is gonna be cake, guys. 49, 55, 57. Is it even gonna get to 60? Julianne, it's not even getting to 60. The fans aren't even.
Sorry that we're so efficient.
I know. The fans aren't even trying to spin up. Okay, so let's go to FSR4, which is great. Let's see what this is at. I mean, it's a little bit of playing. 9060 XT. This is ray tracing medium FSR4. Setting it balanced, so set for 1440p. 90. Okay, so we could go a little bit higher. 60 CPU, 50 GPU. That seems pretty good, wouldn't you say? That seems fine. Okay, and the GPU temp is showing up on the AIO now. And dude, this thing it's dead silent. There is no sound. It is not even trying right now. Sorry, I get excited when perf is awesome. Not that I'm surprised, you know, but I love it. Okay, so let's go ahead and just try it at Ultra. So you're gonna be right at 60. I would say you are at close enough to 60 that you could run frame gen on this, no problem, and you would have a buttery experience. And boom. I gotta say, Julianne, we made a heck of a system.
That's a good system.
That's a good system for 1,800, and you could go less.
I was about to say, not killing your wallet in the entire way. So yeah.
Anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for joining us. Have an absolutely amazing rest of your evening, and we will see you guys on the next episode. Bye, guys.